needs a set of directors. I'm a retired educator. I've lived in Old Lyme for 33 years, but I'm originally a New Yorker and therefore a Yankee fan. I don't know whether you're going to hold out against me or not. What I can tell you is that I worked diligently back in the fall of '08 to get Obama elected, and I'm discouraged and disappointed because the man had a powerful narrative to campaign, but he has no governance narrative. It's just not there. And what really disturbs me is as an educator, I know that without a context of ideas, without a vision, without a powerful story and narrative, whatever you accomplish looks piecemeal. And he's accomplished a lot, but it hangs on no story. The Tea Party, on the other hand, have developed, as all conservatives have, over the last 64. Since Goldwater went down, they've worked diligently to tell a story. Government is evil. They had a president say that. Government's the problem. Taxes are theft, and free enterprise, unfettered, is divine. They've sold that message, and they've hammered away at it, and every tactic to make government look weak, they've achieved. Now what I say is we've got to get Washington to turn away from deficits and wrangling and get some jobs. And there's only one way to do that: spend money. Spend money. There's no ifs, ands about that. Jobs, not cuts. They're cutting the only source of job creation that seems to be there, the only potential source. The corporations are sitting on $2 trillion. They're not taking risks anymore. I thought entrepreneurs were risk takers. They won't take a risk on America. They're sending their money to China, to Brazil, to India. That's where they're making their job creation. And they're doing it without paying taxes. Utterly, utterly unacceptable. So we need to get Joe, who's an ally. I think Joe is a person who has worked diligently to know that there are people here in the 2nd District that want jobs, that want a government that's robust and for the people, of, by, and for the people. Government's not evil. Darn it, that's the most un-American thing to say. We created the government with the Constitution, which is a wonderful organic document, not another biblical kind of a statement. This contract for America, the dream contract. The 10 ideas that came out of a discussion by 131,000 people, coming, wrestling with over 25,000 ideas. Number 1 is so clear: invest in America's infrastructure. It creates jobs and it provides us. Do you realize, where the United States ranks with respect to infrastructure? This exceptional country? 15th. We used to rank number 1. We used to rank number 1 in college-educated, percentage of college-educated. We rank 6th now. 2nd, create 21st century energy jobs. 3rd, something you were alluding to here earlier, invest in public education. 4th, offer Medicare for everybody. A public option for everybody eliminates the burden to the businesses, right?
Yeah. Right, yeah.
And Medicare, since 1970, has been way more efficient, terribly inefficient, but compared to for-profit companies, much more efficient. It doesn't take a profit after all.
Yeah.
The issue, number 5, was called Make Work Pay. We want to ensure that unions are protected, that there's fair pay for women and for men, equal pay. That's number 5 on the list. Securing Social Security, another one fell swoop, easy, get the cap off. I would do it a lot more complicatedly to stimulate business by eliminating it lower on, make the match smaller. But a simple solution for the next century is just take off the cap. They want to return to a fair tax. What won in the big struggle was that Move On is emphasizing the rich should pay more, over $250,000, and so should corporations. I don't think that's enough. We, the middle class, need to return to the pre-Bush cut era, the Clinton era, when the economy was booming. We need to do that. That's where the vast majority of the cuts went in terms of total dollars. 3.7 trillion from under 250,000, only 700 billion over. So we need that money, and we need to be engaged. It's not a free lunch. If we're working and we're having an income, we can afford the increase in taxes. But they're just wanting the rich to pay their fair share, which is fine too. End the wars and invest at home. That's number 8. Number 5 is tax Wall Street speculation. They're asking for a 1/20% tax on transactions, which every other country has. And finally, number 10, which I think is vitally important, and it gets into the issue of constitutional amendments and the like, is strengthen the democracy. We have a Supreme Court that's constantly undermining government of, by, and for the people. We need to get money out of politics. Simple solution. We have it here in Connecticut, and they're trying to destroy it here as well. Anyway, yes? Oh, sure. You can have as many as you want. This is online, too.
Thank you all for being here.
Now, does anybody else want to say anything?